Alright guys, what's up? It's your boy Navy Nick, Nick30.com, Monday night 6:30, what's good? I have the one, the only.
Oh, come on now. My man.
The beautiful Devin tonight.
What's happening, dude?
We're gonna talk about some things, right? First of all, I wanna talk about where you from?
I'm from the East Coast. California is not where I was born and raised. Originally grew up, lived my life out in Connecticut until, I just finally, I had enough of the cold weather, just the environment. And pretty much I was just a little unhappy and knew I wanted nice weather, a nice vibe, somewhere I could wake up every day and just love where I live. And I narrowed that down to San Diego.
Nice.
So it's been a solid 5 years out here and we're loving it.
So as you moved here, obviously you're very fit.
Little bit.
He works out. I want to talk about that because the struggle a lot of people that I talk to and deal with is fitness, eating well, and all that, right?
Yep, absolutely.
How do you stay fit in San Diego without all the craziness? Because there's a lot of crazy here.
There's a lot. There's a real lot, and it's super easy to get sidetracked.
So focus. So help them understand, how do you stay focused?
Staying focused for me specifically is all about living life in moderation, right? I am not 100% on my diet 100% of the time. I'm not in the gym 7 days a week, but I do know going into it that I have the majority of my diet is mapped out, like even today. All right, I took an hour today and I meal prepped all my food to last me until Friday. So that way I know, okay, during the week, I'm dialed in, right? I don't have to worry about anything. And I know even if I don't work out, all the results that I've gotten, they're gonna stay just because I'm staying consistent with my diet.
That's a struggle for a lot of people, right? And how do you make sure, like you meal prep? Okay, meal prep is huge. I love meal prep.
Yeah.
I do it as well. But sometimes it's a birthday, it's an anniversary, it's someone's dinner for whatever's going on.
Absolutely.
How do you stay on track with that?
So that gets down to your personal discipline, right? And it brings back moderation. So it's like, depending on what we're doing, I'll sit there and go, okay, hey, we got this birthday, we got a dinner, we got this, and I'll go out and I'll enjoy it. I'll do everything just like I normally would. But with that being said, I still think about it, right? I'm still conscious about what I'm eating, even though I know it's not my meal prep. So I'll look at the menu and say, okay, I'm gonna get this, and this versus this, and this, and it's gonna kind of keep me on track, but not really.
So like count calories, fats, all of it, right?
So yes and no.
It's a big thing.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing it, dude. I've been working out since I was 19, right? I'm like seriously working out. So I don't count calories. I don't do any of that anymore. I look at the foods that I eat. I know what I'm putting into my body, and I know what I burn on a daily basis. So I don't have to sit there and weigh my food out. But with that being said, if you're seriously trying to go after a certain goal, whether it's weight loss, whether it's muscle, right? There's a bunch of different things that you could be doing. I strongly suggest that at least until you get the hang of it, you start mapping out your food and your calories to understand exactly what you're putting into your body.
All right, so that's a huge struggle for a lot of people. Like fitness and food, all of it is huge. So you said something right now. You don't map out it. Really? How? How's that possible?
Because I've been doing it long enough where I look at what I put into a container and I know roughly what it's gonna be. So I don't sit there and physically take the time to weigh out 6 ounces of chicken, 4 ounces of sweet potato, and 2 cups of vegetables. I look at it and go, okay, I know this is roughly this much, this is roughly this much, and at the end of the day, I'm not trying to compete, I'm not trying to do anything, I'm just trying to maintain. So I don't need to be 100% dialed in down to the individual calorie.
I get that. I like that. But for the people who are struggling and trying to get on your level, 'cause come on, Devin.
Thank you.
Yada, 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 yada. How did they do that though? They have to dial in. No?
You have to be dialed in 100%. You need to, if you don't own it, go out, buy a scale, and you're gonna have to pay attention to what you're putting into your body. Because at the end of the day, one of the biggest things that I believe in is you are what you eat. It's so simple. What you put into your body is what you consume, and it's ultimately what you turn into. So if you're trying to get a specific result, you need to eat the foods that are going to be tailored to that specific result. And don't sit there and go, okay, I'm going to eat 1,000 calories of a candy bar and I'm still under 1,000 calories. In theory, on paper, okay, yeah, I guess you probably could do that and it'll work, but you're not going to be healthy. You're not going to be enjoying it. You won't have the energy. There's just, you need to eat the food that your body is going to burn to give you the optimal energy. It's really what it comes down to.
There's two things you said right now that I really want to focus on. Discipline and energy. Discipline.
Yep.
It's a lifestyle, right?
100%. It is a lifestyle that you have to be very conscious about.
And very aware of hey, sometimes it's gonna suck. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, I want this. I want donuts. I want Krispy Kreme. Whatever it is. Whatever. I want Doritos. But it's all about discipline. And it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to put into your life. But if you focus, you can make that happen, right? Because you gotta focus on who you are and what you want. What are your goals, right?
And it's the biggest thing is you have to want it bad enough, right? So for me, the first of the year just came around, and I'm in no way knocking New Year's resolutions, but at the end of the day, I don't participate or set New Year's resolutions because I know what I'm looking to do in my life, and I know January 1st doesn't determine the time I'm going to start going after what I want out of life. Yeah. So it's just, if you want it bad enough, right, you can stick to it. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I fall off all the time. But the key is once you fall off, you have to be able to bounce right back and get right back on.
That's the thing. I love you say that too, because no one's perfect.
No.
I mean, I kind of am. I'm just kidding. No, it's a hard struggle, guys. And I'm having this conversation for that reason, because before I turned 43, I told myself, hey, Nick, I want to change my lifestyle, my eating habits. I want to be more healthy. I want to be more comfortable with what I'm putting in my soul. Because it changes how you feel. It really does. And let's go back to the energy part.
Yeah.
Energy comes from what you put in your body, right?
That is exactly what it comes from.
Dude.
Right? Your body breaks down all the glucose, everything that's going to be in the foods you eat. And when you're eating, sugar-heavy foods, everybody's got their own personal diet they like to go with. But it's just when you're not putting clean, pure foods into your body's gonna, break that down, and you're not, honestly, if you ever experience a crash, you're not feeling too hot after you eat, take a look at what you put in your body.
100%. I learned it at a late age, guys. Okay, understand, you're not alone with this. It's a struggle. It's hard. It's so hard. I love Oreos. Oreos are my favorite thing ever. My husband, I love him with all my heart, but I hate him because he buys Oreos all the time. They're so good. But understand, you gotta focus and get disciplined about what you want in your body, because that's how it makes you feel better. It really does. And that's how you move forward.
Yeah.
Going to what you want. If you want to have those goals, you gotta be disciplined. Okay, number one, discipline.
And let me hop in there real quick with discipline. A lot of times, I do have discipline issues. So instead of me saying, man, I hope I can buy this and not eat it, I just won't buy it. Or if I have a lot of crap in my house, I will just, if it's not lining with what I'm trying to do, I purge it. I don't even care. I throw it in the garbage. Just because I know if I have the temptation, there's a good possibility I'm going to slip.
Yeah.
So if I know that I'm going to slip, I completely get rid of it. And now I no longer have to worry about it.
That's my lifestyle now. Literally 2 years ago, I made that lifestyle change. And it's it feels good. Like it feels so good when I'm home. I'm like, you know what? My husband is the best. I'm sorry, I'm gonna talk about him a lot because he's the best guy ever. But he brought me healthy snacks now. Like I have hippies. You know what that is?
I do not.
Chickpea like chips. Like very healthy chips.
Yeah.
Fucking protein bars, obviously. But cool stuff that makes you feel better about putting in your body because I don't want no trash in my body. Oreos. I'm gonna go back to them because I love Oreos. But yes, that's how you do it. All right, and on that note, everybody, if you want to know Devin, I met this guy at Fairweather. I don't know if you remember this. I met you at Fairweather.
That was the first time.
And you had your own meal prepping business.
Yes.
What was it called again?
So it was Maple Blue Meal Prep.
And I connected with you. I was like, yo, I want healthy meals. I don't have to make meals. I have them made for me. Yes, sign me up. This guy, entrepreneur, own business, great meals. Like, seriously, I'll sign up immediately. How do you get that started?
Yep.
And let's talk about what made you even want to go in that avenue.
Yeah, absolutely. So, obviously, like I said before, I'm not originally from California. I knew everybody always talks about if you do something you're passionate about, it's never going to be a problem. So obviously being very health and fitness, conscious, meal prep was just something that was drawn to me because I had a huge struggle with it, right? It was the food I was making myself was just bland. It wasn't enjoyable. I was forcing myself to do it. And I knew, I was like, okay, if I have a problem with this, I know a bunch of other people are going to be having problems as well. So this was even before I moved to California. This was when I knew I was going to move somewhere, and I was like, okay, where's it going to go? So I pretty much just told myself, where can I move to that is a health and fitness conscious state, pretty much year round. And here we are, San Diego. So I moved out here, and that was my main goal. That was my main intention.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
oh, cool.
Was to move out here specifically to start the meal prep company. And obviously, the friends, the weather, everything that came from it is just an added perk. But that was the background of the original reason why I'm really in San Diego.
All right, guys. I'm sorry. I paused. I did not know that. That's the reason he came here. I gotta say, I signed up immediately, and I was like, meals I had like 4-5 meals a week.
Yeah, it was every week, 5, 7. The numbers, whatever your personal goal is, whatever's gonna help you. Right? We had some people that were doing 5, right, lunches every day, and then we had some people that were doing between 20 and 30 a week. So it just goes to show, everybody's different. So it really gets down to what you can handle doing to yourself, right? How much are you going to cook and keep yourself on track versus how much do you want? Okay, I know exactly what I'm eating. All I have to do is pull it out of the fridge, heat it up, and you're good to go.
Easy. It was so good too. So that's how I literally met this guy, Devin. Fit guy.
Yeah.
And the meals are great. Entrepreneur, own business. And the ups of that was it was good times, right?
Yeah, there was great times. Like full disclosure, I no longer do meal prep anymore. We'll get into that. But there was ups, there was downs. I did it for almost 3 years, and it was a lot. There was I didn't come out very much. I didn't have a lot of free time to myself. It was just, it was a hustle for the better part of a couple years.
So I'm gonna pause you real
Yeah.
quick. I'm happy you said that because I want you guys who are trying to start a business and scared about it. It may be up, it may be down, you may make it, you may not. Guess what? Go for it.
Yeah,
He did it.
100% go for it. Like I said, I no longer am doing it, but the knowledge and the value that I gained over those couple years of doing it, it doesn't matter how much money it cost me. There is no other way. I don't care what school I went to. there are so many things that I learned that I'm able to put forward into what I'm doing now, where I don't look at it as a negative, right? Okay, I wasted a couple years of my life that I'll never get back, essentially.
No waste.
But exactly, it's not a waste. I learned and grew so much from it that in my eyes, it's a positive.
I agree. And for all you people out there who want to start something and are scared and nervous and like, oh my God, am I gonna make it? We're not gonna make it. This me right now, this podcast, I'm terrified. I'm the most loving, crazy guy ever. I'm on stage every night doing stuff. But I'm terrified of this because I don't know. Are they gonna like it? No, I don't know. But I want them to.
Yep.
And you know what? You just gotta just throw yourself out there, okay? I was one of his top guys, right?
You were with me for a while.
I loved his food. It was so good and it was easy for me. It made me feel good, and the meals were great. Did you cook it?
I was in the kitchen, but I had 3 other chefs in there as well.
Alright.
So it wasn't solely on
So
me.
you didn't cook it. Alright, I'm just kidding. But yo, that's the ups, alright? So don't give up on yourself, people. Please understand. Whatever you're feeling, whatever you want to believe in, go for it. Because you gotta go for it, right?
Yeah, honestly, just do it. Don't be afraid of failure.
Don't.
That is because every endeavor you start may not be what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And I say that because for me, that's what meal prep was, right? But right before I shut meal prep down, we were doing about 400 meals a week that were going out. I had 3 people and myself in the kitchen. I had a couple of delivery drivers. Like it was doing all right. Long story short, I got in a car accident, couldn't walk for a while. And the business, it wasn't set up to where I could step away and it would run itself. So I had to shut it down. And I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while to be able to say that I failed. Right?
All right. I love that you said that word, fail, too. I love you. So good.
Yeah.
So failure, guys. There's no such thing. Failure is not a bad thing, people. Understand, failure makes you stronger.
That's exactly
wiser,
growth.
Like it builds you, okay? You failed, okay? Yeah, you failed.
On paper, 100% I failed.
But how much knowledge do you get from that failure?
Oh, dude, I literally can't put a number on how much knowledge I got because it was from everything, as far as logistics, management, customer interaction, customer relations. There's a whole slew of stuff that I learned that if I wasn't in the field doing it day in and day out, no textbook or guru was going to teach me that. Right? So how do I want to say this? You can have a plan and you can start to prep and start to put the groundwork in, but you don't need to sit there and go over every single thing I can find online about this one topic. There's a point at where you just need to jump in and do it. Right? Obviously, don't set yourself up for sabotage. Do a little bit of research, get yourself familiar with what you're trying to do, but you need to sometimes just jump in head first. Like it's scary, 100%. But it's, a lot of times what you learn from it far outweighs the doubt and the negatives that might end up coming from it.
I love that. Dude, entrepreneur right here, San Diego, from Boston.
Oh, Connecticut, come on now.
Same.
Get it right.
White people land. Anyway, you know what I mean. I think we're Boston.
No, that's Joe.
I'm so sorry. Connecticut. Where is that?
Connecticut is right under Massachusetts and right above New York.
I know, I'm being silly. Okay. And now, real quick. Entrepreneur lover, ups and downs of it. Don't be afraid. Don't give up on yourself. Go for it. Jump into it. And guess what? You might fail, but you're gonna grow from it. I promise you, right?
Absolutely. Because you can do it on the side. You don't have to jump head first, right? Depending on what you're trying to do, turn it into a side hustle, and then at the same time, whatever you're doing right now, whatever your strong point is, you can always go back to it. Right? So why, if you know you have something to fall back on, why would you not pursue what you really want to do?
I love it.
Right? It's as simple as that. Don't be afraid of fear. Pursue what you really want to do, and know at the end of the day, you got something to back you up. You're not completely,
Lost.
Yeah.
That's why I have someone like Devin on my show right now, because I want to applaud you for being that guy who's throwing himself out there, not been afraid, and say, you know what, it is what it is. I'm going for it, and he made it happen. It was great, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I loved it.
It was good, and you know what? He's not giving up. It's gonna happen again. I'm sure it's gonna be better next time, because now you learn from that and you move forward. Knowing the mistakes that happened or whatever it was, you're gonna be better, okay, guys? So don't give up on yourselves.
It's just constantly, every day, just be a little bit better than you were the day before, and then before you know it, you're unrecognizable.
Done.
And trust me, I'm not just saying that. If you saw who I was 5 years ago,
Who were you 5 years ago?
What's that?
Who were you 5 years ago?
I was somebody who had enough balls to move out to California, not knowing anybody.
That's a lot.
All right? I didn't know a single person. I had no connections out here. I just knew I wanted to live out here. I wasn't necessarily the most confident person. My communication skills were definitely subpar. And it's just something I've been constantly working on day in and day out.
How are you not confident? Look at you. Come on. This guy works out, man. Come on.
Come on now.
Speaking of ladies, and the boys too, because we all love you. All right, we're gonna dive into another whole conversation real quick. Subject of relationships and dating in San Diego.
Okay.
I'm not a part of that life. I'm married. Sorry, bye. But dude, you're a boss. You're a boss. You're hot. You're fit. You have your own business. You run life. What is going on? How is the dating scene here?
So, I like the dating scene in San Diego.
Oh.
I'm just gonna put it out there, especially compared to where I grew up. This is total polar opposites, and not even just the quality of the people in the area. It's just a vibe, right? Those of you who have been to the East Coast or have lived in the East Coast before, you know there is a 100% shift between an East Coast mentality and San Diego, the San Diego vibe. So that was honestly one of the biggest things that I learned when I first moved out here. It was, where I'm from is more fast paced, let's go. And I got out here and everybody was super friendly. In the beginning, I was just stopping random people on the side, guys, girls, it didn't matter. I was I was stopping just random people to go up and talk to, because I knew the people out here were a lot more approachable, right? It was just, I could go up and have a conversation with anybody, and more often than not, it would be reciprocated. Versus a lot of the East Coast it's a little more, withdrawn, held back. Everyone's got their cliques, and not to say that you can't go up and talk to people out there, but it was definitely a lot easier doing it out here.
Wow.
That's for sure. So that was the biggest thing I noticed.
I like that. I've never heard that aspect of that dating scene here. I like that.
Yeah, that was the first thing that I noticed, and was one of the main reasons why I knew I picked the right spot. This is it.
So what do you think about meeting someone other?
So I've switched up how I go about dating. Back in Connecticut, I was an app. I did a lot of apps. I was also in a little more rural of an area, but I'm just using that as an excuse, right? Out here, I don't do dating apps anymore. It's not really for me.
But you did.
But I did. I have done it.
And what was wrong with it?
A lot of it just, it wasn't great connections. I wasn't extremely successful on the dating apps, and that was a pretty different shift, because I did pretty good on the East Coast, and then I moved out here, and it was just a different dynamic. And then it was also the quality.
So I'm sorry. I'm different world. I'm sorry. I met my husband on the website. We're old though, like 20 years ago. So when you say you don't vibe with them, like, is it like just younger people or what? Like the vibe is just dirty? I don't know.
No, it's not. It's not that it's dirty. Because like I've met some great people on there. So like I'm not knocking everybody that's on there. It was just I felt like it was wasting a lot more of my time. So what I did was I stopped. I don't do any more of the apps, and now it's all in person. If there's, if I want to talk to you, if I want to meet you, I go up and say something. It's as simple as that. So it's not, okay, I'm flipping through, reading what you have written down, and then now I hope you like me as well.
Okay.
So that was the main shift. Like for me now, it's more like it's more authentic.
I like that.
And it's like I can meet. I don't have to read what you're into. Okay, hey, I see you, right? I know you're in Trader Joe's. Okay, well, guess what? I know you're taking your health and wellness a little more serious than, some of the other stores out there. Or, hey, I see you at the gym. Okay, health and wellness. I see you at the beach. I'm at the beach. It's more of aligning with what I'm looking for in somebody versus, okay, let me just keep swiping and hope I find somebody who's, looking for the same things that I'm looking for. So it gives me a little more control to be selective on who I bring into my life.
So people like you're from Connecticut.
Yep.
A whole new world over here in California, San Diego, the melting pot of everything. Like people who come here like dating apps, you say you're no longer done with it.
I haven't been on a dating app for probably 2 years.
So people just move here, like, how do they want to meet people? Like, you suggest not doing it, or just say, kind of go for it, half and half?
So it's kind of a catch-22. There's a couple different things that I did when I first moved out here. I went to different meetup groups. Excuse me. So that was a big one for me. I went to different meetup groups. I used, Bumble Friends. Not for dating. You can go on Bumble to just meet people.
Oh, yeah.
And that is, I'm not going to get into it, but that's how I ended up meeting Poncho. And that's...
Shout out.
That's how I got into the whole group and met everybody. Was because I went to this chick's party who was Poncho's neighbor up at where he was living in Mission Valley.
Yeah.
And then it was just one thing led to another, and me doing that branched out into my main core friend group that I have right now.
Well, that's who I am. I'm all about people. Like, I'm a people slut. Everyone who knows me, maybe Nick, I will meet you on the street, honey. You can be buying some bubblegum. I'm gonna talk to you because that's who I am.
Absolutely.
But I want more people to be in love with themselves to do that, because a lot of people are afraid and scared and not ready to talk to others. And like, you know what? Stop. Let it go. Who cares?
So
they say you're funny. They say you're weird. Who cares? Let it be.
Trust me. You're 100% right with that. Like the fear of rejection is real. Right? Even if it's just going, right? It's not, okay, hey, I'm going to go up and talk to this girl because I want to get to know her. Even just going up to somebody in the road, guy, girl, and just trying to start a conversation or give me a compliment, like more often than not, you're going to have approach anxiety with doing it. And I've had it. I still struggle with it. And it's just where I've switched my perspective is just trying to bring positivity into the world. So it's like I'll walk down the street and something so stupid, I see somebody else with a bald head, I say something to them.
First off, the best comment ever. What do you say? I love it. I love this statement. It's hilarious.
So I have a couple. Like a lot of times they'll be like, "Hey, my man, I love your haircut." I have a lot of guys hit me back with, "Oh, like we must go to the same. Who's your barber? We must go to the same barber." And honestly, it sprawls off, and it's usually a pretty good interaction. If nothing else, more often than not, it gets a laugh out of the person. Other times, they don't say shit. They just look at me like, why are you talking to me? And then, oh, yeah, let's go. I said something. What's the,
Yeah. That's what it's about. Yeah. I've been with you at least 10 times and you've said that. We got the same barber. Every response is epic.
Yeah.
High fives. Yo, that's hilarious.
Absolutely.
And that's what life's about. And that's what we're trying to promote. That's why I'm doing this channel right now, to promote positivity, love. I know she's hot. Hey. This boy.
I was looking at the dog.
Hey guys, we love you so much. I hope you understand that we're just trying to push love. Don't be scared of who you are. And don't be scared to like step out and do whatever you're feeling. Go for it. Don't give up on yourself, okay? Please understand, you are worthy of it all. That's why I'm interviewing people like this guy, Devin, my king, my girl Carolyn, my first one, my queen. Love. Last statement for me. What you got?
What do I got?
Give me a closing statement.
Closing statement. Don't be afraid. Step out of your comfort zone. It's going to be tough. It's going to be one of the hardest things you've ever done. But if you're persistent and keep up with it, you're going to turn into somebody you didn't even know was possible. It's as easy as that. It's not easy, but it's easy.
Yeah. I like that. It is easy though. It is.
You just got to want it bad enough.
No, who cares? They judge you. They say whatever they gotta say. Who cares?
At the end of the day, you're a great human being. Fuck everybody else. If they have something negative to say about you, that's their fault. That's their loss.
They're mad because they can't do what you do. Love yourself. Please understand that, okay? Navy Nick, Nick30.com, every Monday, 630.com. Let's go.
Let's
boy
go,
Devin.
baby. Thanks, guys.
See y'all. Till next time.
We'll catch you later.
Peace.